Just wow, what a game of rugby. France 28, South Africa 29. South Africa get it done. They go through to a World Cup semi-final against England. They knock out the hosts, and you've got to say, what heart from South Africa. France, they dominated so much possession, so much territory, scored good tries, but South Africa kept coming back. Then the subs came on for South Africa. Big call to get them on early from the coaches. It made the difference. Big change in the scrum as well, and they get that win by 1 point. So let's get into this game. How was it won? So straight away from France, we see a tactic that they used a lot, the top roller box kick, little chips in behind. Jalabert latches onto one, Biel Barry nearly scores off one, but Arenza very agile on the turn to cover, and that was a go-to tactic for France for sure. On 3 minutes, the first shot fired by France, an amazing try for Cyril Bailly. South Africa, they contest the line out but leave no one to counter the drive. It flies forward. Big mistake from South Africa. Good hand from Pinot. That puts Bailly in. 7-0. Great conversion. What a start to this game. And it just kept on getting better and better. And the crazy game continues. Mbonambi loses his first carry. He lost the ball a few times in this game. But somehow a leaping Etzebeth denies the try by flapping the ball backwards. And then on South Africa's first attack, they pop up a high box kick. It looks like it's a little bit too short, to be honest, but Arenza latches onto the bouncing ball. France can't deal with it. Ramos is nowhere to be seen. He's not backing up that box kick. There's a try. Great conversion from Libbok. It's 7-0. Crazy stuff. 10 minutes gone, and we're already at 7-0. The crowd is just deafening. The ref is having to shout to make himself heard. But France are looking good. Their drill is looking really good. They're fast in everything they do. It looks like France have started the better, but it's equal on the scoreboard. They get a penalty, but Ramos doesn't have the distance. France keep putting in those kicks in behind South Africa, but South Africa very sharp to this as well. Arenza making inroads on the left, and then another high bomb. Again, looks like France have plenty of players underneath it, but they can't deal with it. Delandi powers through, and the second time he gets the ball, he powers over. So 7-12, South Africa actually go in the lead, which shell shocks France a bit. And these high-hanging kicks, they are just not dealing with. It's causing havoc. But the bulk of the fast attacking play and the territory is with France. They win a penalty in a very kickable position, but Dupont doesn't hesitate, taps in a flash, puts in Malvaca, who was fantastic in this game, for a try. They missed the conversion. It's 12-all. Unbelievable. In fact, Colby charges down the conversion. A very rare sight. That's the 2 points right there. That's the win, you could say. You could always say which ones are the win, but little things like that made the difference in this game. So Colby, Arenza, they were unbelievable in this game. That pace out wide really, really helped them. On 25 minutes, it looks like France are on the charge once again, but they fumble, and in a flash, Creel stabs through the grubber kick, and lightning fast Colby is right onto it. Breathless stuff for the try. 12-19, another conversion from Libbok. So South Africa in the lead again. Territory-wise, South Africa spending most of the time in their own half, but every entry into the French half so far has been a try. But France come flying back. It's another grubber. This one from Dupont forces Colby into touch. 5-metre line out, an irresistible round the corner flow. Brilliant stuff from Malvaca again. That sets up Bailly for his second try. 19-all. Just crazy stuff. Malvaca, his pace is astonishing for a hooker. And then on 36 minutes, a really strange event. Willemse fields a kick, calls a mark, but then calls for a scrum straight away. So clearly pre-planned. I don't think any other team would have such faith in their scrum, but their scrum actually wins the penalty, but they missed the kick to touch. Crazy stuff. And in the end, it's a penalty shot for Ramos and 3 points, and a yellow for Etzebeth in the build-up for a head-to-head contact. So that could have been a massive swing there. So in the second half, it means France are up a man for a good 10 minutes. And they start with possession, but 2 poor knock-ons from France blow a really good chance. The scrum battle's getting very, very hot, with South Africa starting to turn the screw. Then a big call from the South African coaches as they pour on the subs, only 5 minutes into the second half. And a few minutes later, some more. So 6 are on. Snyman, de Klerk, Pollard, Fourie on the flank, and Khaleesi off. Massive call. So 6 are on, only 2 left on the bench, and it turns out to be the right call, but so bold. Now the running brilliance continues from France. Dupont and Jalabert with great breaks, but from both attacks they can't score any points, and the yellow card gets run out, and South Africa only concede 3 points in that yellow card period. So that was a big win for South Africa there. And then on 55 minutes, Jalabert's massive mistake. He has a penalty kick to clear his lines, get a good position for a line out to themselves, but then somehow he slices the kick backwards into touch. It is the worst kick to touch I've seen at any level of men's rugby. Tell me if you've seen a worse one. How did he do that? I don't know. And that really starts the slide for France. I mean, South Africa's quick wingers, they are star players. Colby, a phenomenal break, but Mbonambi knocks on again. But then that scrum is coming in to play now. Oxenche is on. He's a big scrummager, makes a big difference. France are starting to sub off their starting props, and we really see the screw turning in that scrum. South Africa get a 5-metre line out from that. They put loads of backs in. They could score it, but they make a complete hash of the line out. And France are under big pressure now, all from that slice kick to touch from Jalabert. About 8 minutes of pressure, and eventually we get a massive scrum for South Africa. They go for the advantage play, and Espeth powers over through the hapless Jalabert, who is bolt upright. Not a chance to stop him. He didn't even try to go low. So Jalabert gets hooked off soon after that, because that was an absolute calamity for him. And South Africa go in the lead, 25-26. Can you believe it? And all of a sudden, Dupont is starting to look tired. France are looking leggy. Dupont makes a bad decision and backtracks with ball in hand and gets caught. Pollard has a 50-metre penalty and he nails it. 25 points to 29, so they stretch that lead. On 72 minutes, France aren't finished though. A brilliant chip from Ramos is regathered by Jalabert. Kickable penalty, kicked by Ramos, 28-29. 1 point in it. Colby tries to snatch a cheeky drop goal from the base of a stop maul, but he misses, and the panic is starting to spread in France now. They can see this slipping away, their home World Cup slipping away. They're only 1 point down. 22 restart goes out on the full, another massive error. The South Africans camp in the 22 exactly where they want to be. De Klerk tries to milk a penalty, but they're having none of it, and France have to go the length of the pitch. And with a few minutes left on the clock, France have one play to get into the South African half and get a kickable penalty or something like that, and Pinot actually does it, gets into the South African half, but France are out on their feet, so they've got no shape in their attack. They're just hoping for a penalty. It doesn't come, the ball is ripped, and it's all over. 28-29. Unbelievable game, unbelievable tension. Let me know what you think of that one. But South Africa just showing so much grit and so much quality when it mattered, particularly in that physical battle, particularly in the high ball battle and the scrum, getting it done when it mattered. France had loads of great attacking opportunities and they will be absolutely gutted, distraught that they didn't win that game. But champions come good when it matters, and South Africa are the current champions. They go through to the semi. Comments on that amazing game, and I'll catch you next time.